Good morning, geometry kids. Welcome to week 3 of online learning. I just want to say that overall you guys are doing a really good job of this. I've heard from almost all of you have turned in your homework. So I just really appreciate your communication and your efforts during this time. I know it's really hard, and hopefully you guys are talking to each other, helping each other out, and just know you guys can email me anytime. I can help you with any homework problem you want. If a lot of you have the same question, I could always do a video on homework questions. So just please let me know if you guys need anything, okay? All right, so today we are starting a new unit on surface area. And so I brought you guys my oatmeal back. Remember we had this out when we were learning about pi. Basically, this is called a cylinder, and this is a 3-dimensional shape. Okay, so this is the first shape we've done that has 3 dimensions. So it has height and it has width, okay, and it's, something you can hold. It's not flat. This is called a cylinder because the tops are round, like circles, which is why we just studied circles. And we're going to do something called find the surface area, which means find the area of all the surfaces. Okay, if you notice, the top is just a circle, so we know how to find the area of a circle. Okay, and the bottom, hold on, this on so it doesn't spill, the bottom is also a circle. So basically the surface area is going to be a circle plus another circle, and then this shape right here is what we have to figure out. And so I want you guys to picture me cutting this oatmeal down here and opening it up. Hopefully you can picture that it would become a flat rectangle. So this part is just a rectangle that someone folded. So what I did for you guys is I made something called a net. So this is a net, and this is what, if you were going to actually make this oatmeal, this is what you would start with. You would start with a flat piece of cardboard, and you would have your 2 circles, the top and the bottom, and then this part would be the oatmeal. So maybe hold it this way, okay? So I cut it out. I did it already, so you guys don't have to watch me cut. So this is my net cut out, okay? So what you would do is you would fold this down to make the top, fold this up to make the bottom, and then you'd wrap this around it like this, okay? And voila, you get your cylinder, okay? Well, that's a little clumsy. So you would tape that up and you would get a nice little cylinder, okay? So this is called a net. And the reason we like nets is because they're shapes that we're used to: circle, circle, rectangle. So to find the surface area of a cylinder, you just have to find these 3 pieces and add them up, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move my camera over to this piece of paper, okay? So what I want you guys to do is just hold on for a second, okay? And the camera's gonna get kind of shaky for a second. Hold on. Okay, let me move this, put it right here, okay. All right, so what I want you guys to do at this point is I want you to take out a piece of paper and draw that, okay? I also put it on my website for you if you want to print it, but it's just really not necessary. So what I want you guys to do is draw the best circle you can. Remember, you can always use the top of a spice or something. Draw a rectangle and then draw the same size circle down here, okay? And then I want you guys to label your notes, okay? Surface area of a cylinder. This is called surface area of a cylinder. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. This we already know. The area of a circle is pi r squared. So if we know the radius, so if we know, like, for instance, here's my oatmeal. Okay. If I know how long this is, then I can find the area of the top. Okay. And of course, the area of the bottom is the same. The area of this is pi r squared. So I already have the formulas for the top and the bottom based on what we did last week. Sorry, my board's coming off the wall. Okay, and then this part, if you take my oatmeal, okay, that's a little bit big. Anyway, if you take your oatmeal, this is how tall the oatmeal is. So we call this height, okay? And this is really interesting. So if you look at this net right here, okay, so this is my rectangle part. If I fold this around like this, okay, I know it's really hard to see. Okay. If you fold this around like this, you might realize that this right here, of course, is the circumference of the circle, it's the same exact length as this. So this right here, this distance has to wrap around this circle, making this the circumference. So when you find the area of the rectangle, this is just going to be the circumference. Okay, so area of a rectangle is base times height. The base is the circumference, and the height is however tall it is. Okay, so to find the total surface area of a cylinder, you're going to get the top, which is pi r squared, the bottom, which is pi r squared, and the sides, which is circumference, which is diameter times pi times height. This is the sides. Let me add that to here. Circumference is pi times diameter times the height. Okay. All right. You do not have to memorize this formula. Okay. You can use your notes every time you do your homework. Okay. If we take a test on this, you'll have notes on that. Okay. All right. So let's do an example. I have to move this up. Okay. So one of the things I wanted to teach you in this class was how to draw 3D shapes. Okay. So when you draw a cylinder, okay, what you want to do is instead of drawing a full circle, you want to draw like an oval because that makes it look three-dimensional. So I want you guys all to draw that, okay? And then the trick is to make the heights the same. So go straight down, okay? And then curve this the same as the top. And then we usually make this dotted so that it looks three-dimensional. Okay, so just practice that. You don't have to be perfect at it, but you should be able to draw a cylinder. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys that this has a radius of 5 and a height of 12 feet. Okay, so this would be like if my oatmeal can was, well, if I had a cylinder, oatmeal would not be 12 feet tall. If I had a cylinder that was 12 feet tall and the radius was 5, okay? For now, I want you guys to draw a net every single time. So every single time you do this, I want you to draw a circle. Okay, I want you to draw a rectangle, and I want you to draw a circle. Okay, so this is 5, and this is 5. Okay, so the nice parts is the circles are usually the parts that people, kind of feel pretty comfortable about because we've been studying that. The area of this part right here is going to be pi r squared because it's a circle. This is going to be pi r squared because it's a circle. So the area of the top is 25 pi, the area of the bottom is 25 pi. Okay. As far as my rectangle goes, this is 12. And remember, this is the circumference. So this is always going to be the circumference. We know circumference is pi times diameter. Okay. So if the radius is 5, the diameter of the circle is 10. So this is going to be 10 pi. Okay. All right, so let me just go over that again. This is the circle, pi r squared. This is the circle, pi r squared. This is the diameter, which is pi times the this is the circumference, which is pi times the diameter, and this is the height. Okay. So for this rectangle goes, the area is base times height. So the area of that's going to be 12 times 10 pi. Okay. For the total surface area, you just add those all up. So the top, 5 squared pi is 25 pi. The bottom, 5 squared pi is another 25 pi. And the side is 12 times 10, which is 120 pi. Okay, 25 plus 25 is 50. 50 plus 120 is 170 pi. And then it is surface area, so feet squared. Okay, so we're going to do one more example. For this one, you can try it on your own and then check your answer. You can fast forward the video to see if you get it right, or you can listen to me walk through another example, okay? All right, let me move this up. Okay, so I want you guys to practice drawing again, okay? So draw like this, like an oval-y thing, okay? Go straight down, okay? And then curve and dotted. Okay. Okay, this one, I'm going to give you that the height is 7. These are not to scale, by the way. and all the way across here is 8. Okay, and let's do inches for that. Okay, so let's just talk about the 8 first. This 8 is not the radius, it's the diameter. So let me just write that. The diameter equals 8. Okay, all right, so when we draw our net, you draw a circle, you draw a rectangle, and you draw a circle. Okay, all right, so this has a radius of 4 because the diameter is 8. So the area of this is pi r squared. Okay, this is also a circle, so the area is pi r squared. So the top and bottom are just circles. You guys are good at circles, pi r squared. Okay, all right, this side, this has a height of 7. And remember, this is the tricky part. This is the circumference. So if the diameter is 8, this is 8 pi. Don't forget the pi, okay? So the area of the rectangle part is 7 times 8 pi. All right, so to find the total surface area, you do the top. Pi r squared is 16 pi. That's this, okay? Then you do the bottom, another 16 pi. And then the side, 7 times 8 is 56 pi. Okay, so 16 plus 16 is 32. And then you add those together and you get 88 pi. And that's inches squared. All right. All right, you guys. I know this is hard. It's so much better when I'm with you in class and can show you things. I want you to try your homework. I think there's only 3 or 4 problems tonight. And then just please email me if you're having any trouble. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.